Welcome everybody to another unboxing video. Oh yeah, we're gonna unbox and show some gameplay. We're gonna try to show everything we possibly can, all in this ultimate unboxing video. So, just so everybody knows, it may be a few before some unboxing videos pop up. I know there's a lot of stuff that we're seeing over here, and there's a lot of other stuff, and the reason being is there's something big going on soon, so I've got a lot to deal with. So let's get started. So everybody, some people have probably already done an unboxing video on this, and well, I'm no different. I'm doing an unboxing video on it because it's important to me. Now, a lot of people, Nintendo has been doing stuff where a lot of their new consoles and stuff don't come sealed. Like, for instance, the Zelda console in the back. The idea was to make it less collectible or desirable. Japan's got some sort of weird thing going on, but as you can tell that this is completely sealed with a sealed sticker there. So, it's strange that, you know, they try to change things up and it just doesn't work out. Some things have to remain sealed, and them not sealing their consoles is a bad idea, you know, because people could steal out of that and all kinds of stuff. I knew a guy one time, he worked for FedEx, or was it UPS? And this was way back in like 2010 time, give or take. It could have been 2008, who knows. And he would get into the boxes that were going to the game store because he knew where they were going. He would get into the box and reseal them. So he'd get into the box and he would see like a ton of Modern Warfare games. So it was Modern Warfare 2 that he stole out of there. He stole one copy and brought it home. And we were like, how are you playing this game already? And he's like, well, I work for UPS or something. And, you know, he was stealing them, and I guess never got caught. There was one short. You should have known, right? So, we're doing a full unboxing and a full showing of this World Championship Collector Edition. It's not really a collector of anything. It's like, you know, so this is what everybody was sought after. There's two versions of this. Basically, there's your basic cartridge, you know, your basic game itself, and then you have this version that you had to like pre-order, and only a few were on the shelves and then gone. I went to Best Buy to try to see if I could get one that day it came out, and they didn't have any on the shelf. Everybody bought them all up before I could get there because it was a work week when it come out. You know, it used to be that video games, they would release on the weekend or release on a Friday, stuff like that, so people could get to it and buy them. But now they do all kinds of weird stuff like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it's like, geez, what are you guys thinking? So I got this one way or the other, and I was really happy to get it from the guy that I got it from. Okay, I got it off eBay for basically the same price. I think it was like $45. This was $40 brand new. So literally, people on eBay were stupid. They bought this shit up, you know, and I'm not saying everybody's stupid on there. I'm just saying a lot of people would buy these by the case, pre-order 50 billion of them, thinking they're going to be worth a lot of money in a year or two. Wrong. It's going to take about 30 years or more for this to be worth something. Okay? Let's not kid ourselves. This actually, there's the digital version, there is this version, and then there's just the, you know, the actual game itself version, which you can still buy the actual game version at the store or Walmart or whatever. And so basically, if you go to eBay, you're going to see 50 billion of them selling at normal price instead of marked up price. Why? Because it's not worth anything. It's not. And it's not going to be for a while. So they bought it for no reason. But the guy that I got it from did me really good, and he sold it to me really cheap, and I can't believe it. Very nice guy. Hats off to new Mario star. So that's, if you're like on eBay, you go looking for new Mario star, and his store was pretty awesome. Not only did he give me this game, but he also gave me this hat. And so you guys might have seen this guy on there or something. I'm getting it a little dirty, but this is probably like a pre-order thing, or had it specially made, or just a hat that he stuck a sticker on. We're not too sure. So a patch laminated on to a hat, and that's basically it. Now, that's pretty cool, because back in the day, people did get hats that actually attended this thing that went on. The World Championship thing, they're kind of trying to revitalize that. But let's see if it is an original. If it's an original, it should say Nintendo or something. Made in China. And nothing else. So it's basically just a black hat that somebody laminated this on. This has no meaning. If this hat was worth something, it would say Nintendo on there. So it's just somebody's idea of another additional thing, which is cool. I wanted the hat. I was like, cool. I had, with a little thing on it. It's just a little add-on thing for like the showcase. If you have like, like a case in your house and you're going to showcase this. So this actually has like a lot of foil, and these are all outcropped. They have bumpiness, and they're real shiny, and they're bumpy, so you can feel the bumps. And this is really chrome-like, and then the words are really chrome, and then all the characters on here are all, they're outcropped and they're bumpy, You can feel the bumpiness to them. And so this is what the box looks like. And then at the top with the seal. And then we've got the back where, it says some stuff there at the bottom. And so it's going to come with the game, which is the one that you can buy at the store right now. It's going to come with the replica game pack that kind of resembles. They have, I think there was, a silver cartridge or a gray cartridge and a gold cartridge. Gold cartridge originals are worth like $1 million. It's ridiculous. And then the pin set, there's a pin set, and then art cards. So basically, so they've got all these speed run things, and the reason why I wasn't really hip about this is because we actually already had something like this with the Wii U and the Wii. Oh man, if I could remember what it was called. Basically, they've already made something like this, and I have it. There's a 1 and a 2. And I remember playing it on the Wii U the most. A lot of people talk about the Wii U not being any good. Well, it's actually really good. And it had a lot of stuff that you'll never see again, which was really good about it. So that game is almost a mirror image of this, where they had these speedrun challenges. They had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. They had Zelda. They had everything. And, because I can't remember anything right now, I'm going to put it up on the screen as soon as I figure it out. So, as far as it goes, you could find this exact kind of game on the old systems. They've done this before, so this isn't really anything special or out there that you really need to have. Right now, the digital version of it is pretty cheap. It's probably $20 or something online. And as you can see, they have literally every type of... They have a party mode where multiple people can play, which is the cool part of this, which makes it a little different than the one that came out on the Wii U. And then you have, your speedrun modes, which is basically everything that's on here is like a speedrun. It's like, couldn't you come up with some other ideas, How fast can you do it with a timer, So that's kind of like what the World Championship thing was about. Complete and weekly World Championships where everybody's actually competing against each other. I almost wonder if it puts some sort of analytical questioning, as to what, are they keeping track of our data? It's kind of weird. So here's the other side of the box, and then the bottom of the box, which will have all your warnings and your online, and it says 1 to 8 players, and you can play it all those 3 different ways. And then you have, you know, more warnings written in multiple languages. I'm not too sure why we need multiple languages, but of course California has their problem where, man, proposition, man, it causes cancer and reproductive harm. Well, to be honest, what doesn't cause reproductive harm? So he gave me that hat, he gave me this, all for like $40 or $45. I was like, yeah. So New Mario Star was his name on there, and you know, so we're gonna cut this sucker open. It's not worth anything to me, man. Here's the thing, we're opening up all of those collector's editions. That's right, and that's what's gonna happen, especially on my channel. We're not keeping stuff forever. You know, here's the thing, you're gonna die, and that's gonna be that. Okay? And who's gonna get your stuff? Who? Probably your kids, friends, or somebody. Or it might get just thrown away. And I watch people where family members died and there was like just a whole bunch of stuff just thrown away. It's just like horrible. So this is how it comes kind of packaged. You got the game, or you got, no, those are probably the pins or something. This looks like the game. This is the collector's game, and then this is something else. Let's see what we can get out of this sucker, huh? So, is that all of it? So, here at the bottom, let's try to see. Is there something else in there? There is something else in there. Let me pull it out. Let's see what we got here. It's the stand, and then there's nothing else in there. So, they got these little tabs that come down. And here is the clear stand, which we're going to go ahead and open right now. And it says, and it really looks good. It says Nintendo on there. Really nice, really clear. It's just like a piece of acrylic or plastic that's, you know, just put Nintendo on it and it'll sell, you know. So the cartridge fits onto this. And so my other unboxing videos are going to be Maniac Mansion and even more. But in this video here, we're going to be doing actual gameplay. So we have this nicely sealed, you know, it's got this little retro look at the bottom that comes across there. So, and then this side's just flat color, and then nothing. Those are just the stars from the background. So they wrap the paper around, and then this is the undoing. This is the undoing of it. I don't know how. Oh. So some people think this is a collector's thing, but in my opinion it's really not, because they've already had games like this and you can buy it digitally forever. It'll never go away. And so the only collectible part is for those fans. So if you're a fan, you know, it means something to you and you'll do whatever you want to get it. So yeah, I just creased the box. So, and this is why you don't do unboxing videos with a stand, everybody. So, okay, so this has an elongated tab here, basically counter-folding the whole damn thing. I don't even know how they fold all this. But there's nothing else in there. It's folded really weird. Okay, and it's got the shininess. And so these are going to be your cards in here. Okay, so these are like productions of the originals, and then on the other side I have an actual picture of in-game or something maybe, but they just kind of threw this together, and I don't know if I like that throw together of what they did. So we've got the Zelda one here, and it shows the cartridge in the background, right? And then it's got Link, which never had a green background, but they just put a green background. And then we got Metroid, which was one of the hardest games when we were kids. It's funny, you know, the game was hard. We could only make it like past Craig or something like that. We could never beat the game, you know. When we did, we had to cheat, you know, and put that code in, the Justin code. So, looks like a hamburger person. Then we've got Donkey Kong, which nobody really played anymore. That was more like beginning of 80s. That was the arcade then. You know, Atari really had the rights to Donkey Kong and all that before Nintendo did. And we have Kid Icarus, which actually was one of the hardest games I ever played. We could not make it past the first level, or maybe the second level. You'd be lucky to make it far in that game. But there was tricks and secrets to it that we didn't know until now. So, as kids, we were like, man, Kid Icarus, yeah. And so there you have that. My favorite thing as a kid was watching Captain N for, Captain Nintendo or Captain N. That was on a TV show. It's a cartoon. So, as a kid, that's what we did, watch those shows. And Super Mario wasn't no different. So, Mario 2, which was one of the Mario games I was actually able to beat. I remember fighting the frog at the very end and climbing a whole bunch of vines, and you had to use Luigi at the end to get, because there was a certain jump that was really high and only Luigi could do it. Excite Bike. We'd always play this over at a friend's house, and it wasn't that great, it's just like ride on a bike. It was alright though. It's better than nothing. Ice Climber. Another beginning game that wasn't that great. Some people could play it and enjoy it, but, it was like whatever. Then we have Balloon Fight, So Balloon Fight, I don't think I ever played it. And nobody really bought it. So it would be something that, one of those beginning games where people would buy them and just kind of put them, shelf them. Super Mario Bros. 3, another Mario game that I was able to beat. The very final level was really hard, but come to find out there was a secret to doing it. And, you could actually skip past all that stuff and go straight to the end. And so there were so many cool things about Mario 3. There were so many secrets, and that's what we loved about it. So there you have, Mario and his raccoon outfit thing, or his raccoon tail. There is a raccoon outfit. And so, Adventures of Link. This was actually a very hard game. I was able to beat it or get to the end. It gets really hard. I would say at level 6, I think it was level, the dungeon 6 or whatever it was, you could mess up because there were additional key doors that you could open, and you could mess up to where you didn't have a key. So you basically screw yourself. Basically, you would go in, do the dungeon, and the key, you could use one of your extra keys and lose your keys that you find on the level, and basically you couldn't beat it. It was kind of like a flaw that they made it to where you could spend a key where it didn't help you. So that made it hard. And a lot of the bosses and enemies in the game were really hard. You had to really be on point with playing that game. We played it until we beat it, though. And I thought it was different, and it brought up a weirdness to reality, with them having magic and all those abilities. But there was a lot of secrets in it we never knew until now. I think the first person to beat it was Colin, who lived down the street, about 3 houses down from me. His dad was Air Force and stuff, and so basically the mom just took care of the kids, and we'd go over there, and he was actually able to get to it and beat it, and you fought Shadow Link. And there's Link, and it's funny how his sword looks like his arm, same color. I don't know why they couldn't make it gray or silver or anything weird. Mario Brothers Lost Levels. I don't remember that actually ever coming out. It came out with like the Super Nintendo or something. So why is this in here? I guess it is what it is, but I don't remember the Lost Levels ever coming out. I think that was supposed to be Mario 2. So you see the 2 symbols here. So Super Mario came out, and well, actually before that it was just Mario Brothers, which was on the Atari and then came to Nintendo. But then after Super Mario, this Lost Levels was supposed to be Super Mario 2. And if you notice, he's got the 2 finger signs there, and that actually means Mario Brothers 2. But what ended up happening is with they wanted to really change it up, because the Lost Levels is what they call it now, but it was actually Super Mario Brothers 2, and it was so damn hard you couldn't beat it. It was damn near impossible to beat. It was one of the worst, you know. And so the guys at Nintendo said, this is way too hard, we can't have that. So what they did was they took a game that was over in Japan that was, you know, a weird game, and they said, this would be great, just change the characters, change this and that and all that. And that's how they did it, you know. They took Super Mario Brothers 2, or they took, you know, they turned it into that, you know. So it was like a thing, because everybody really wanted a Mario Brothers that was good, you know, and they wanted something different. And nobody really was thinking, you know, over there in Japan, people over there in Japan just weren't thinking. Do they ever really think, you know? Because right now, they're making it damn near impossible to buy the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is kind of like, it's going to be a flop in my opinion. If it's something people want, then whatever, but it's not what I'm buying. They're just now starting to get the, and there we have what looks to be Luigi on that card. They're just now starting to, you know, go online. The problem with Nintendo is you're not really going to have good online until you're able to share your games. And if you're not going to share your games and have all these stupid lawsuits you keep doing, well then, you know, you're pretty much done for, because you got to be able to share your games. Nintendo was a big thing for a long time, but holding on to games, maybe you could keep rights to certain games, but some games you could share. What do you think about that, Nintendo? Like, say, Mario Party. That would be a massive online gaming thing. I would buy it for Xbox, PlayStation, everything, and it would be so fun to cross-play. And then you have Kirby here. Not bad. But I never remember playing Kirby on Nintendo, so I know there probably was. And we were really amazed with the guy down the street that had the robot. So here is the actual game cartridge, which will be opened. And then before we get to that, let's check this out. So this is now I can tell you if it's an original case, and it is not. This is not how the cases came. In fact, is that just damn paper? Jesus Christ, people. Oh man, I better be easy with that. This is just damn paper that's glued. The original surface of the Nintendo ones actually had what looked like, it was actually like, it looked really weird. The casting was really weird. You know, nothing like that. And so here is this, which has no game or any kind of use for it. It's literally just for this display right here that sits right here in the display. And it doesn't have the switches on here. The game original one had switches on here. And so as you can see, it says Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. And then the back has really cool symbols with all of these. You know, is that an eggplant right there for Kid Icarus? The balloon, the leaf, all this stuff relates to the actual game. So as you can see, and then it says Nintendo right there. So not too bad. Pretty cool for a collector's thing, but to be truthful, it means nothing to me. And then we're going to have the pins here, everybody. Let's see how these work. Yeah, let's get this sucker open. We're opening this thing today. We're opening everything. So like I said, as far as unboxing videos, there's going to be a break coming because there's a lot coming. Once I get the game room set up, we're going to be happy. So as you can see here, it's kind of like a dropout. And then you've got your foam here. So it's just the case. There's nothing special about it. It's a harder cardboard. And then you've got this light cover here. It's very thin and flimsy. And then you've got these cool pins, which, can I get them out? So they have these little strange little rubber tabs. These are just rubber. These are just rubber. Probably to prevent from poking yourself, but I'm going to anyways. So as you can see, the back just says Nintendo, and these are little rubber stoppers. So that wouldn't stay on your shirt very well. You need a locking pin. So that's how all the backs of these are. And as you can see, it says World Championship Nintendo, and then you got the official pin, and then you got the Metroid and the Donkey Kong. So, and this is like a felt right here. This is like a felt kind of like substance. So there shouldn't be any kind of dust on this because I just opened it. So it's real cheap and stuff. And there's nothing under it. Let's see what's under the damn thing. It's a foam. It's a foam pad with it looks like a Spam. Get your Spam, everybody. So we've got that, and everybody loves collecting junk, and that's exactly what this is just junk. And then we're gonna have to figure out how to open this without messing it up, because I've got a problem. Sometimes I mess stuff up when I open them, and everybody else does too. But let's see what we got. Let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna fuck it up. Just fuck it up. Nobody cares. It's just wrapper. I could go buy one at a store right now. It doesn't even matter. Plastic wrap. So, here we have the actual game. And as you can see, everything that it says on the back, that's kind of like stuff you've already seen, which is funny. And it's not that great. But we are going to be playing this game and showing you actual gameplay. I'm going to put Sabrina on the 6. So if you buy this, it'll come with all of these, and these might be additional pins, which they should have gave me, because these are like pins. So maybe you could find these other pins. They're special ones for people who specially pre-ordered. So this this Super Mario 3 outfit there, we're missing these pins in the pin set. We only got some of them. We only got these 3 or these 4 at the top here. So there's another 4 and another 4 or 5, So there's additional pins here. And then you've actually got the Switch game itself in there. And so people are saying the problem with Nintendo Switch 2 is you will not be getting, as you can see there, and what is that, some sort of code on there? And it doesn't mean anything to me because I'll never be playing it. It'll be the person ahead of me, right? So there's going to be live gameplay we're going to be showing of this. And of course, they've got phone numbers and stuff down at the bottom there. So all of you would love to see this gameplay as far as everything goes. So we're going to go and try to go deep dives on this gameplay so that way everybody can see it. We're going to record every minute of it. And then I wanted to let everybody know that this isn't the only unboxing video, but it may be the last one for a while. We've got Super Nintendo controllers from back in the day. We've got Maniac Mansion Nintendo Power over here, everybody. Yeah, with a hard backing inside plastic. Nice. We're going to go through all kinds of stuff. Maniac Mansion full teardown. I have half a video or most of a video on that, but I'm trying to do something special, like I said, where we have like little Maniac Mansion stuff go across the screen and all kinds of additional stuff, but it takes time to do that. People have no idea. So I'm in no rush to do all of these because I'm working on a new game room with everything. So we got a lot going on. As you can see, there is a collector's edition Switch. There are 2 of those I have. And we do have the Super Console X in the background. And there's a lot more coming. So, hats off to New Mario Star for getting me this for like $40. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to put it back away. But before we do, we're going to be playing. So, here's some gameplay and some full in-depth review of the actual game. And is it worth it? Well, we don't know. But I would say the Switch 2 I don't think you can play this game on there. It'll be a digital download only. So we'll see how the Switch 2 works out. But I'm definitely not pre-ordering it. And, you know, it's just one of those things. I've got enough as it is. And, you know, they're going online with their console. And so it's like the first time they're going to be a real online service, supposedly, with video camera and chat system. So they should have did this back in, what, 2006? Anyways, a little venting. Thank you for staying this long in the video. That's like 30 minutes in. So we're going to be doing even more. Let's check out the gameplay. Bye-bye. Okay, so it says create a profile, but we're not creating a profile. Wrote my name on NES games. Nope. But boy, I have bought some Nintendo games that had names written on them, and I'm just wondering why. Well, here's why. Because your parents told you write your name on it so you don't lose it, and that way no one can steal it. And so you wrote your name on everything. That's what the hell that was. They'd be like, well, it's not yours if it don't have your name on it. So anyways, completed every game I got. Yeah, right. I'd like to see the guy that actually beat every game. Can't remember the password. Not too sure what that's all about. Most of the games with passwords, we had that stuff in books or wrote it down. Parents hid my power cord. We actually memorized stuff. Parents hid my power cord. Yeah, that's usually in a family that has multiple kids. Back in the 80s and the 90s, if you were rich, you probably had your power cord hid. If you weren't rich, the parents intentionally gave you the game system to play and went and did their own stuff because it was like, thank God the kid's out of my hair. Didn't care if you played it all the time. So usually the rich kids are the ones that get their stuff taken away. Because, I don't know, I'm just saying, you know, usually those parents like to try to tell their kids what to do. And the middle class or the lower level kids, you know, you just go play your game, go outside, go ride your bike. Lost my save data. Yeah, that would happen with some of the games. Had game packs, but no console. Okay. Read every player's guide. Wants a reset button for life. Would rather watch than play. Try a little bit of everything. Gaming to total mastery. Played in game tournaments. Not really. You had to be in the town. You would have to travel to be able to go to these tournaments. Nobody wanted to travel. You know, nobody could travel. Basically, it was going on, and, you know, it wasn't even really going on, you know. Nobody held that stuff. It was like border stuff. Never had a NES. Whatever that's all about. Can't even spell Nintendo. They just put NES on there, so that must have been a dumbass. First time playing NES games. Parents are NES generation. So let's go over here. Oh, here we go. Nintendo 64 generation, Super NES generation, Game Boy, blah, blah, blah. Generation. Boy, oh boy. I don't even know what to say about all that BS. Nintendo Forever has a lifetime of NES memories. Yeah. Why they act like NES is such a big deal? And then it starts picking on stuff here. Not that great. Retro game collector. all about Mario. So technically, the very first one, NES generation, is basically what I would be considered. I actually started on Atari. There was no Nintendo. When Nintendo came out, it's like, I want a Nintendo. You know, that's how it was. So let's go with that. Well, we're going with NES games. Super Mario Brothers 3. Okay, so I'm not trying to connect. It's gonna. Okay, so when you get in, basically you have to start here where it says speedrun. You can't select World Championship or Survival Mode or any of that. And so, nobody's really a speedrun master. So you literally have to play Mario, grab the 1-up as fast as you can. And it's locked, you can't move anywhere or do anything. And so you can't see the highest rank or any of that because your actual... I have it turned off for internet. So I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do here. I can't play with this controller. This controller is horrible. So now it unlocks more, the very first area of everything. And so we'll let Sabrina play and see what she thinks. You don't have to have the cord hooked up if you don't want. It says it's charged, so. Anyways, I can't really play like that because the buttons are sideways on that controller. It's like an Xbox controller. And even on their little handheld controllers, I can't play with those. It's actually got to be like a Nintendo controller to be good at it. You're pushing back all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Japanese controls. Am I gonna have to cut the video again?
I don't know.
Okay, so Sabrina's trying this. You gotta enter the door as fast as you can. She did great. That's an F. Let's try it again. Oh my god. I will pull my hair out watching this video tonight.
I got a name.
That doesn't mean nothing. It's supposed to have triple S's.
That's better.
Okay. Yeah, you are. Everybody's done with that. Everybody's done with that.
This is stupid. Just fall to the door. That's what it
You had to beat them all to advance to the next one anyway, so I don't know what you're doing.
What am I gonna do here? Just super letdown.
Yeah, I can't play like that. You see the controls?
How many left from?
Wow, B++, that's really good.
It wasn't. That was stupid.
I don't like how the screen split.
Well, I unlocked something. This is 1020. Where I got coins at?
Over on the right, 103.
They only got there.
Wow, 4 seconds. Kirby. Man, that's the fastest world record ever. I've never played Ice Climbers, but
I didn't either.
somebody thought it was a good game.
Kill 3 enemies. Alright, I can do that.
You don't have downward thrust? Man, look at that speed run at a B++. You gotta kneel down and stab. Oh, man.
Did I die? Why is he not dead?
He's not dead yet? You should kill him and see what happens.
Alright.
He doesn't die. He's invincible, everybody.
I have to play again.
How is that even a B? That would have been an F.
That should have been enough.
Man, an A+, man. Faster than fast. That's right, everybody. That's fast. I don't even know. What? You can...
I don't know what that was. There ain't nothing
What are you
there.
doing?
There ain't nothing there. There's the poison bedroom. Come on, bitch.
You didn't jump for it? What are you doing?
Leave me alone.
Oh, man.
I'll do better this time.
I'm gonna get a drill for my brain. Oh.
I can't help Mario doesn't move fast enough. Come on, get over here. I want you to jump up on top of this. Okay, that must have really good. Why is he not bad, dude? Oh, he does that.
Man, that's a B-.
That's just a B-.
Lightning speed. Does anybody understand why we're even doing this? Man, that second one is your favorite. He died to get a B++. I can't do it with that controller, to be honest.
Anymore.
Go to the very top and buy the 10 points. Yeah, buy a 10-pointer. Do some Zelda. Oh, you got a Donkey Kong?
No, I'm not going Donkey Kong. Get a sword.
Gotta get in there. Gotta grab that sword as fast as possible. Run! Oh man, you had to hit that wall, didn't you?
Yep, all the time. Why is he gonna talk for a year? Give me the sword!
Oh, man. Why am I watching this game?
I always hit the wall. Leave me alone. Look at the wall again.
We have ice cream.
Down?
buy one of those and let's see what it does. I got me some ice cream. So by the time I'm done with this ice cream is when we're calling it, because the storm is rolling in. And this is just an extension to the video.
Really? You did B++ on that?
Man, you did so great.
Oh no!
Wow. People online are going to trust you to play their games.
No, they should never play that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got it. Oh. You know what grade I am, baby?
I'm afraid to fall off!
I want to see an A.
I'm trying!
I want to see that A happen.
There it is!
Barely.
Shut your mouth. Yes, nothing. Oh, I did it.
Yeah, it's Japanese controls, just like the PlayStation.
Doesn't make any sense. What do I gotta do now? I have the gold pool. Alright, I can do that. Let's go! Come on, jump!
Oh, man! Ice cream's really hard.
I don't really do that. It's 5 blocks. Well, it started. Really? 4 more? I gotta put the turtles on there. Oh, I shrunk. Oh. That's not good. That's not good. Ooh, I got it. There. No.
One more. Yep. Make it rough on yourself. Okay, so as everybody can tell, this game is horrible. It's good for kids. It's good for those people that just want to do this all day. Like, let's get the fastest times, but in reality, what was that other game that was on the Wii U? That's just like this, where it's like speed runs and they had all those different games on there? Wow. Good, you're on it. So, as far as it goes, nobody really knows what that game is. There was a part 1 and a part 2 is all I know. Anyways, you guys have a good one. We'll drop it down in the link below or something. Maybe. Who knows? Subscribe. Until next time. This game is freaking horrible. You know? Thanks. That's right. I said it. Nobody else had the balls to say it, but I said it.